Mr. Secretary, nice to see you again, sir.
You too, Greta, and thanks for having me.
You have said you want to make America healthy again, which I think is a very laudable goal. We all want that. But I'm curious where you think, where did we go off the track? How did we become less healthy? And about when did we start making that turn?
Well, you know, it started really, I think the real insults to human health began, America's health, the decline of American health really accelerated in the late 1980s and the early 1990s. And a bunch of things happened then, a bunch of new exposures. And at that time, Greta, the tobacco industry took over the food industry. So by the early 1990s, the two biggest food companies in the world were R.J. Reynolds and Philip Morris. And they began moving scientists from the endeavor of making tobacco more addictive, develop new lab ingredients that would make food addictive. And they began adding sodium and sugars to our food and other chemicals to mimic tastes, but not to provide nutrition. And our food itself became more and more ultra-processed. It's less nutrient-dense, and it's more reliant on chemicals. And those chemicals were largely untested because due to the capture of FDA by the food industry and by the drug industry. And they were able to weaponize what is called the GRAS standard, which is a standard called generally recognized as safe. When FDA first began regulating foods in the 1940s, it exempted food ingredients that had been used for generations, like wheat and eggs and dairy, et cetera. And it said, we don't have to test those. We're only going to test the new stuff. And they applied a label called generally recognized as safe to those ancient ingredients. The food industry was able to capture that and apply it to every new chemical that was added that they wanted to add for food. So